everyone, Simon here from Super Nerds Gaming, and I am here for a review and a pick-up video. Now, what am I reviewing, you might ask? Well, I'm reviewing Play Expo Blackpool, which I did attend this weekend, and I must say it's probably one of the best ones I've attended. Now, I've attended the Blackpool event quite a few times. I've only attended the Manchester one once, which was really good. It was massive. Blackpool is a lot more smaller and consolidated, but nonetheless still very good, and it kind of feel, you know, you get the theme of Blackpool in the arcades, and that's what you want, and this weekend was no exception. It was really, really good, and I want to just say off the bat, thank you to Replay Events for inviting me down to be press for the event and to cover some of the stuff that was going on there, especially the digitizer panel, which was just absolutely outstanding. I cannot wait to see this come out on YouTube and see the actual shows, because that panel, it had the whole hall of people that was in there absolutely in bulk and laughing and they said it wasn't even really being professional there, but you could feel the kind of chemistry that panel had there, you know, between each other, and the laughing, the joking, the banter. It was really good, and again, that just, you know, gives us something to look forward to for when the final product does drop down. But I'm all for it. Now, this weekend I did actually take my son with me, and the producer of our podcast, Tim, with me, and he's never been to one of these events before. He was blown away at how good it was. You know, all the old arcade cabinets. So he's a bit older, so he remembers the arcades a lot more. But the thing that shocked me the most was when I took my son with me, and as much as I'm a retro gamer with this collection here, he's shown no sort of interest in that whatsoever. But when we were at this event, he was everywhere. He couldn't stop, you know, I'm gonna go with this, I'm gonna go with that. And I think this is kind of what this event boils down to, is it's so cross-generational, because we have computers from Xbox Ones there to, you know, Atari Jaguars, I'll get onto that in a minute, all the way to Amstrads, everything, even the obscure ones. There was an absolutely fantastic array of obscure consoles there that someone had brought themselves. I forget his name, so I'll put it in on this, you'll see in a minute. But he brought his own collection in, and it was amazing. You know, he had like the Apple Pip in there, he had his Jag with the CD compartments in, which you don't see much of because they are very fiddly and they can break quite easily. And then he had like this Laserdisc player, the Pioneer I think it was. Never seen that. As much as a retro gamer I am, I just was completely clueless to that. I was like, what is that? Wow, look the size of them discs. This is the whole thing with the event, is to find new stuff and that, and as a retro gamer I'm always learning. But I'm going off track a bit there. Going back to my son, who was actually playing some of these games and that, he got so addicted to Pac-Man in there, And I know it's just like the simplest thing because he's into Fortnite and stuff like that. But for an old retro game to take him out of his headspace of where he is gaming now and show him how gaming was back then, I just thought it was a fantastic achievement. And I'm probably not the only one. There's probably loads of other families there of gamers that have come in and the same thing has happened. I'm just really happy that that event could inspire something in him, and you never know, he might go on to be like a future coder to make games himself, and he might be inspired by that event of what happened. So yeah, fantastic event. The trade halls were they were really good. They just felt a bit more open, which is not a bad thing, because it's not great when you're trying to look at stuff and you're all bustled up to people. But it did feel a bit thin on the ground of other traders that I've seen there in previous visits to the event. But there was some very good stuff there. It always pays, though, when you're at these events to shop around at each store. If you see something that you want, don't just look at that price. Excuse me. Don't just look at that price. Go around the other stores and check it out, because one of the games I picked up, which we'll look at the pickups at the end of the video, I seen for I think 4 different prices on the store. So obviously I went for the cheapest one, so it does pay to shop around. There was a lot of VR units set up in there. My son got to do VR for the first time there, which he was absolutely, again, blown away by. He'd never tried VR before, so he was really happy. I think it was just some indie project that someone had set up, but at the same time it just looked amazing. Yeah, there was just loads of VR stuff in there, and they were taking up quite a bit of the space where these normal traders are. I haven't got a problem with that, because it does look cool, and VR I still think is going to be like the next level of gaming. It's just gradually pushing in a bit more now. But yeah, there was some really good stuff to be bought there. I didn't get to see an Atari Jaguar, because that is like my main thing that I want to get, and this is the one thing that this event did for me, that was a Jaguar there that I got to play on AVP, which is the main game I want for it, and I was absolutely blown away by how good that game looked. It looked fantastic. I've got no frame of reference really when it comes to the Jag, so all the games could look like that. They just could be really poor games and not many enough games on there. But yeah, the arcades were amazing. They had everything you could wish for there. They had it, they had Afterburner, they had Outrun, Pole Position, Burger Time, Pac-Man. Every type of variant of Pac-Man was there. They had a few Space Invaders cabinets, which again my son was loving. Again, a very basic game, but highly sought after in the arcades, and he absolutely loved it. So I'm really happy about that. But again, I just want to say an absolutely massive thank you to the replay event guys. You've made that day absolutely amazing. From everything from the talks that were going on to everything that was going on in the halls and the competitions and that. My son actually joined the Tetris competition with this game that's on here, Tetris / Dr. Mario, and I had to buy it for him because he was, he was like really got into it. So maybe next year he'll come back and challenge it again. But I want to say an absolute thank you for everyone there. And everyone I met, I got to meet a load of YouTubers, like Slopes Games, Kim Justice. I didn't get to meet a lot of the Digitizer panel. I am gutted about that, because once that finished, we kind of went in to wrap up stuff and then got off. So, I'm a bit gutted, but there's always next time for that. I got to meet a lot of good people off social media, off Twitter. I got to meet Darren, King Monkey, who was there for Games You Loved. I got to meet Nick, who else did I get? James, the Gaming Muso, who is just as big he is on his channel. He is just that like larger than life person in real life, and he is brilliant. I got to meet Mark, who sends me those fantastic packages if you've ever seen them, and these cool kind of dioramas that he makes for gaming and toys in general. And yeah, any people from the Maximum Power Up podcast got to meet Paul and that. So yeah, just thank you for everyone for being, you know, fantastic. The retro community is a fantastic community, and I've always said this, and the people there just kind of mirror it. Everyone is absolutely brilliant. But guys, let's get on to the pickups. So pickup number one that we've got is Duke Nukem 3D on the Sega Saturn. Now I'm a big fan of the Duke Nukem games, especially this version, the 3D version, which I have on the N64, PS1, why am I thinking of a different one, and the Sega Saturn. Now this was, as you can see by the front, I'm just going to get it out first. This was only £12, and that's the cheapest I've seen this game around, so I quickly just snapped it up. And this is one of the better Saturn cases as well, because it's the hard case, not the cardboard one. I am curious about this sticker here, Another World. I've never come across that. Maybe someone knows something about that. If you do, pop it in the comments. I would be always interested to see it. So let's get this open. As you can tell, I've not opened it. So we do have the manual in there, and we do have the disc. And I'm hoping that's in good condition. Yeah, that's in good condition. So I'm made up to have that. There's like a few FPS shooters that I want for me Sega Saturn, and this was one of them. The other one was Doom. Unfortunately, that wasn't there, but I'm keeping my eyes peeled for it, and a lot of other people are doing that for me as well, which I do appreciate. The good thing about this Duke Nukem is it has Death Tank in this version, so it's like an Easter egg in the game. I think when you complete it, if I'm right, you unlock Death Tank mode, and it's basically its own little game. It's like kind of Worms, but not, and it's got an awesome opening. It's like Death Tank. I'm not even going to try emulate it. Yeah, I'm really happy I picked that up for £12. And this was from goldensaucergames.com. I don't think I've seen them at a Play Expo event before, but they did have a good range of games there. So yeah, it was definitely one worth checking out. Pickup number 2 was Tetris and Dr. Mario. Now the reason I picked this up more so because I don't know why I haven't picked up many Tetris games up in the years, just the one on the Game Boy. But my son entered the Tetris tournament at Play Expo, and he done well. He got through the first round and got knocked out in the second round, but he was really digging it. So I thought, oh, I wonder if that's actually in the trade hall. And funny enough, it was. So I picked that up, and that was like £10, which for 2 games in one, I think's a good deal. And Tetris is just highly addictive. Since I've got it, I've kind of not been off it. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it as well. Pickup number 3 is Dynamite Duke on the Mega Drive. Now, I'm going to be honest, the only reason I really picked this up is I had a £5 in my pocket, and it was there, and it was like, that's a Mega Drive game I've not really heard about, and I know nothing about. So it was a kind of £5 gamble, if you will. And I mean, it looks graphically good on the back, but I've never played it, don't know nothing about it. It is only cartridge only, which again, I'm not too fussed about. With me, with Mega Drive games, it's as long as the case is in good condition and the cartridge, I'm fine without, you know, missing the manual. Some people are they need a complete in box. But again, this was just a £5 gamble for me, but I'm happy with it anyway. Pickup number 4 and the final pickup is Green Dog, the beached surfer dude. Why was I going to say super? The beach surfer dude on the Sega Mega Drive. Now, I've seen a lot of people who like this and a lot of people who don't. My kind of preference on the Mega Drive is platformers, so I've always looked at this game and gone, I'd love to get that. In this event, I had the opportunity, obviously, and this is the game I was talking about that was there for 4 different prices. I'm sure I saw it for 10, 8, 7 and 650, which is the price I pulled the trigger on. It's a bit mad how it can vary. Oh look, from Comet, if you ever remember them. It's a bit mad how the price can vary in these places, but you know, it's, as I said, worth, if you see something, just check round first. You might find it, you know, cheaper somewhere else in the event, well, in the trade hall anyway. So I'm happy with this, and this is with manual, so $6.50, you know, for the game with manual is pretty good, and it's in very good nick from the look of that. That's really good. So I'm going to be giving that a blast. I love the Mega Drive, so adding another game to that collection, I'm really happy with. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video and the pickups that I picked up. It was a really special event, and you know, taking my son to his first Play Expo was really good. Really enjoyed it. You know, as I've said before just in the video, you know, the panels were fantastic, the arcades were brilliant, the gaming halls were brilliant, and the trade halls were brilliant. It was overall a brilliant day. And you know, I'm going to try do some more videos. I've kind of been a bit lax on it, and I kind of lost the passion a bit. But what I will say, going to this event and meeting up with other retro gamers, other YouTubers as well, has kind of brought that passion back to me of what I wanted to do with this channel, and you know, myself with my gaming collection. So again, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Remember to subscribe if you haven't, and give us a thumbs up, and I will catch you next time.